come down, turn in, come down the street and going down the road, which made no sense. But I unload at Marietta all the time, and you can check my logbooks and see where I'm coming from. I come up, make a turn, and come back down to turn in my father-in-law's driveway.
Make
that-
your father's
that's close.
driveway bigger then.
That,
Would like to pay the expense.
Here it is, dirt around
But
it.
When my neighbor called after it was closed, and they said they spoke to Mr. Hill, and Mr. Hill said,
Come down there and try
you can
it.
get a petition
to open it back
to
up.
open it back up. So
It-
that's
it-
what some of us
Is
did.
there such a thing?
You can petition it, that's all.
Yeah, I know,
Right.
but I mean, that's just what was
I
being
mean,
done.
right now, there's a great interest. I mean, yesterday, my parking lot's right on State Route 60, and yesterday there was 4 different people who live in the area stopped and asked me about this. I mean, there's a lot more interest right now than when this street was originally closed. We never figured we'd ever be involved in it because we were told that they never said it wouldn't be, but they said it would probably never be closed. So we were never involved in it. But is there such a thing, and I'm probably totally wrong, can they put this on a ballot and let the people down there vote for it? I mean, can that be, can you get the opinion of the voters down there? Because I've never talked to anybody, not a soul that says, boy, I'm glad that street was closed, that was terrible down through there. Not one. And I can name you hundreds that says it was a mistake. You know, is that possible? Is that, you know, can that be done?
I can't answer that question.
Well, I don't know either, that's what I'm saying. I'm not a lawyer, I don't know anything else.
Frank, no one ever drove on that road.
Oh, I
Really?
drove
Yes.
You
yes.
stood
Okay,
back.
hey, let's keep
Okay,
it down
all right,
here,
all right.
please.
What reason though? It's just because we asked to have it closed to build a larger restaurant on the river for the people in that vicinity, so they don't have to drive clear to Zanesville to go to a restaurant. That road was never used. We owned that building for 5 or 6 years, and
You
we
use
worked
it?
there day in
Yeah.
and day out. And we've never seen a vehicle go down that road.
Oh, wait a minute.
There's a
That's what we
rental
decided to
semi
have.
Can I,
they use
can I
it
say
all the
something?
time.
The last time, after you put that piece of concrete out there, you and half a dozen, Lester and half a dozen other people, there was heads stacked up in the back door watching
Yeah, we
me.
watched you.
That's right. So I never made the turn, I never drove it. You just said nobody ever
Yes,
used
Frank,
it.
but you know, how many
Excuse
times
me
did
here,
it take you
excuse
to back
me,
up? You
we're
almost
getting
hit
completely
Mrs.
off
Teal's
track
house
here.
on the other
What
side.
we're here for this meeting today is to vacate that section of the road of Water Street.
Okay.
But
That's been petitioned.
Can I
One
ask-
on Water
okay?
Street's
Okay.
already closed.
One
Okay.
is
That's
already
fact.
closed.
Is
There's
it-
been an issue, there's been a petition filed to reopen it back up.
Right.
Mr. Hunter gave me that petition 2 weeks ago when we
Right,
went down.
yes.
We have not taken any action on that as of
Right.
yet.
We don't
So we are here
want to
today to listen to this portion of the request that was on this petition to
Could-
close it.
But if you vacate this end, it will make it more difficult to traverse Water Street should it ever be opened back up.
I
So in
understand
a
that.
sense, the two are tied.
I understand that.
Okay.
Could-
We are here today to talk about this portion
Okay,
of the road.
but can I ask one
Yes.
more thing about Water Street? Is it possible to have a meeting, it's like right now, it's 3 o'clock, everybody I know is working right now. Is it possible to have one of these meetings in the evening so you can get the voters and the people that work for a living to come in here? I mean, you're gonna have to have a whole lot bigger room than this. Because, you know, if you look at the tape, and of course, it's on the internet now, if you look at all this stuff, you can see that there's a lot of people. Now, maybe some of them don't live exactly right there, but you can see there's a lot of people that's upset by this. You know, it's just, and I'm not a lawyer, I'm nothing like that. I'm just somebody that moved down there to live there in peace, and believe me, it's not peaceful anymore. I mean, you know, everybody has this problem. I mean, how would you like to drive to your house every night and the only way you could park is to call a neighbor or call your wife to help you back up across the road and park? Because you cannot do it legally anymore because one person needed the street closed. I mean, you wouldn't like that, would you? He doesn't like it, I don't like it, several of the other drivers around here don't like it either.
I had a question, Doug Davis. Doug, is there a weight limit on those little side streets?
No.
That's not a,
There is weight limits on roads. so
not on a 66-foot road, there's not.
Doesn't matter how wide it is, there is weight limits on certain roads.
Yes.
Okay.
Now we get back to his claim of getting a deed. He got a quit claim deed, which has very little basis in fact, except that someone says, if I had some right to this property, I'm giving it up.
They did the research, lawyers did.
They did.
Yes, they did, sir.
How dang good did they do it? Y'all want a copy?
You ought to be a lawyer.
gotta be a
I should.
landowner.
Gotta be able to read.
Yes, I'm not a lawyer, but I told Mr. Johnson that I sure as hell can read.
Ohio Revised Code is open to any and everybody.
Maybe the county engineer would like to read it. I think you got 2 pages, it's just 1 page. The back's the one that'll interest you. Now, do you want to understand why I don't worry about that? It's something like 30 or 40 feet out in the Kingdom River. Does this make the petition and survey look invalid? That's not a quitclaim, that's warranty clear back to my ancestors for that.
What's it say?
It says that my ancestors had lot 6 plus the land west of Water Street. That's from 1913. I believe that's a little older than a 2006 quitclaim deed and a survey that was never monumented or a field survey that was never done on it.
So it says you own land on the riverside of Water Street.
Yeah. But you know what? Why worry about it? It's not there. Hadn't been there for years. It's in the river, people.
That time comes into a point I'd like to bring up. It appears, and I'm not a surveyor, or I'm not an attorney, but I've been involved with a few surveys or two and vacating streets that we did or didn't do in Philo. But looking at the maps and looking at everything I can see on this, it appears that what Mr. Johnson says he owned on the west side of Water Street originally, and what Mr. Kessler says he owns on the west side of Water Street, and what